Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin. Hello everyone, hope you're all well.
Welcome
To Compost Corner. We're with our cup of tea, we say our cup of Rosie Lee. We're in our garden today, and we're going to be planting our fruit bushes. We're going to be laying a new growing bay, so we've had to pull the bash back, I've just done a little bit of weeding, lay the cardboard down, and then obviously put the nice black gold on. So that's what we're going to be doing.
So Tracy's going to be planting the fruit bushes. We explained the distances we're putting them at and that up in the video for you. And it's just a nice break for me and Tracy, isn't it?
Lovely to get out of the house, because we've had a lot. We're not whinging, but we've had hard work.
Been a bit grafty to this last few weeks.
Digging that floor out, so it's just nice. I don't know, it just always turns out lovely when we're up in the garden doing our homesteading videos.
Well, fingers crossed. They said we've got 4 or 5 days of sunshine. We've had 3 weeks of rain, constant rain, and more maybe.
And obviously just the odd days of the sunshine.
The odd days.
But the rain has been torrential. The water pots are all filled up, aren't they?
Everything.
To the max.
We've got water coming in abundance. Later on today, we're picking up 4 IBCs, the big 1,000 litre containers with the taps on the bottom. So we'll be picking up either later on today or confirmation for tomorrow morning, wasn't it? So we'll have them, and they'll be our water catchment. So we'll be trying to capture about 4,000 litres of water, which will feed our garden through the summer. And that's pretty much it now. You've done
I just talked a little bit about the pak choi. They've all come up. And the broad beans as well. We have had, I would say, 100% success, and I think 90
black gold. It's the black gold.
95% of that is the black gold.
Over here.
5% is how I planted, of course. No, not really. It definitely is. We've been so lucky.
We say sorry, Trace.
I saw it. The
sun's in your eyes. We say the black gold. Yeah. If you go back in time in our videos months ago, you'll see me making this stuff, and we're always going to be making it from now on, and we'll be making it like this, 10 ton, 8 ton at a time. But this stuff, if you get it right and you make it right, I mean, that's been sitting there for months now like this, and there's no weeds in it, there's nothing. The only weeds that will go in that is what blows on it, and
we're on top of that, aren't we?
We don't have to touch it, it's just its own mulch. But you look back on our old videos. And also, I'd like to say, on the comments on the floor, and the people buying the lasers, in the last video,
on Friday's video.
So we've had 7 or 8 people buy them lasers, and you won't regret it. They're a good little tool.
Definitely.
And the comments were fantastic. Thank you. They're really encouraging, and also
positive, weren't they?
Very positive, weren't they? You said that, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you really want to support our channel, because we've got years of this coming, right, and obviously it's going to be a lot of hard work for many years, you can always jump on our patrons page and join us, for a minimum amount. It doesn't matter, and we'll give you a little bit extra updates and things earlier than other people get. And as our internet gets better, you're actually going to get your own videos on Patron as well. So people will be getting videos that are exclusive to Patron, but that's coming.
And
we're tied up with the internet at the moment.
It's quite difficult, and also we'll be doing live chats once a month with our patrons as well. But we have a new patron, but there'll be more of that on Friday's video.
But we have got another patron joined us.
Fantastic.
And we'll mention their
both
names
of them. They're a couple.
At the end of the week for Friday's segment. But anyway, so
we hope you enjoy
you enjoy the gardening, no grow. Sorry, I said it again, didn't I? No dig.
Can I just say, if you take Budo's advice, then your garden will be...
So the no dig, our self-sufficiency, homesteading, it's all about this.
Grow.
This is for us, and this is what these Wednesday ones are going to be all about for us. Anyway, guys, thank you.
So, au revoir, and we will see you on Friday or vendredi.
Watch Friday because you see the floor out. So folks, welcome today. We're up in the garden again. So we're having a little break from digging the floor out on the renovation side. But we're up here just prepping our winter garden, if you like. So today, our job is we're going to roll this bash back, create another bed, and we're going to make it into a fruit or bed for growing gooseberries. We're going to have currants, red, whites, black. We have them now. We have them ready. Got them from our local nursery, which you saw in a video past a couple of weeks ago. We're also going to have other stuff coming from Catherine. We're going to get some blueberries for another bed. They're not going to go in the same bed. We're going to get some cultivated blackberries, raspberries, and as many fruit plants as we can get. But today we're going to be setting up a bed here. I can hear Tracy in the squeaky wheelbarrow coming back. She must have the plants on board. We'll have a look in a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to plant these plants. They're well established already, so we're going to plant them around about 2 meters apart or 6 foot apart, starting with 1 meter from the end, then 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters all the way through, just to give them lots of air, lots of space around them. So we can pick fruits and things in the future. But also what we want is we want to grow in between them while they're getting established, so we're using up the space properly when the spring comes. Here comes Squeaky Barra. You all right, Trey?
Yes.
So some of the fruit trees are coming up.
You can hear me and mine.
I said I could hear the Squeaky Barra. So what we got here, we got some
Gooseberries.
We got 3 gooseberries there and 3 raspberries, haven't we? No, blackcurrants, sorry. Blackcurrants, because we don't want the raspberries in the same bed.
These are your blackcurrants.
Yeah.
And this...
That's a gooseberry.
That's your gooseberry.
That's a gooseberry.
Yep.
That, I believe, is a gooseberry.
Yep, they're gooseberries.
And these 3 here are your currants.
Yeah.
Right, I'm sure. We'll work it out. They've got labels on them anyway. So they're going to go in that new bed we're going to make. So
your gooseberries ones are the ones with the
little
spiky stems.
Spikies on, yeah. So we're going to clean these up, these pots, take the weeds off the surface, and then Tracy's going to start prepping them and getting ready to go into bed once we get to bed. So we'll get a bit of speed ramping done, showing you us putting up the bed again. And this time, thank God, we won't need the hoops. No. Because it's going to be an open bed. But also, I don't know if you want to explain about how we're doing well with the growing, Trace.
Well, I don't know if you can see from here, but
let me have a zoom in.
All the garlics have come up.
Yep.
All the onions.
Yep.
And it looks like we've got 100% as well with all the broad beans.
So all the broad beans are up as well.
I think they will be able to see them actually.
And your little seed trays you did, let's have a look over here.
Have a look here.
So we'll just move over to here as well. So
here's the pak choi.
So we got the pak choi.
They're coming up beautiful. So this will probably be next week's
video,
homesteading video, where we will be potting them onto larger pots. And here's our spinach as well.
Yeah.
So
Spinach ain't been so successful, has it, Trey?
No, but I think May might be the time of year. I'm not sure.
Could be, yeah, a bit slow, a bit wet.
I know Patron. Well, I've grown it back in the UK as well, and it's a great thing to grow. It's actually quite easy to grow.
It's easy, and it's a lovely, tasty plant. And also because it's on its third leaf, they're really ready for potting up. So we're going to pot them up. It's not a conventional way, but we're going to pot them up with 4-inch pots.
Yep.
And grow them in a 4-inch pot singly.
Yep.
Because we got compost in abundance. So we're okay there.
Something we're not sure, and we're not actually short of pots either.
No,
Just
so we've got plenty of thousands. Let me have a little pan round, Trace, to our lovely orchard. Look, so it's sunny today. It's the first sunny day we've had for about 3 weeks now, really, properly.
We've got this for the week, I think, now.
Hopefully, yeah. But all the orchard's looking sticky at the moment. Long sticks in the ground. No, I can't say it looks fantastic, but it is going to be fantastic, I know.
It's actually defined the area as
well.
I
love it.
It's lovely. Going to plant more trees going back towards that part of the land as
well. The thing is as well, it's in a nice quiet place on the land, isn't it, at the back here, and we can go right down there with our orchard, and we're going to creep in a few trees over there, over the back, because if you remember before, I told you in the hedgerow there's a row of cherries there that gave us cherries this season, and then as you come round here you've got the blackthorn for the sloes, and then there's a load of other things mixed in there, trees. There's a sweet chestnut there as well, and a sweet chestnut there if I remember rightly, but it's looking good, isn't it?
Beautiful. I'm really pleased. Every time we get ready to do our homesteading segment, a garden segment, the sun comes out.
It seems to pop out, doesn't it? Yeah. But today I think it's going to be for a whole couple of days, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. And I was just saying it was a nice break from breaking away from the doing the floor, because that's been hard work. But we're nearly there now. We nearly got it all out, so it's looking good.
We're really chuffed with
You'll see that probably in next week's video. But also we've got this Friday coming, don't forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
just quickly, sometimes it's actually the thought of doing a job, but once you get in it, you think you just plough on.
You just dig in and get it done.
Good days where you're wearing.
I always say, suck it up, grit your teeth, and get on with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the pain comes later.
And the pain comes as you're doing it.
Right,
anyway, we're going to go and get on with this bed. We'll do a bit of speed ramping. We'll show you it in there, and then when we get to the next segment, Tracy will be planting our lovely fruit bushes. So folks, as you can see, we put the stakes in, put the lines up to define the bed, and now you can see Tracy, she's laying the cardboard. I just want to explain to you about the lime situation under the cardboard. When I did this bed here, and that before that bash was properly put in its position, I put all the lime I had left back to about nearly halfway across there, but you can see now it's just gone into the ground and it's disappeared, if you like. But it's all been limed pre-hench, you know, it's been done before, so that's why on this one you saw us doing it individually, but this one we put it all down because we only had, and we're waiting for some more now. Anyway, Tracy's putting the cardboard down now. Even though this is a fruit bed, we want to give our fruit plants as much as a head start as possible, and bearing in mind that this cardboard is only a temporary measure until it rots, and it suppresses the grass and the stuff that's growing already back, and it will you know, give the plants a head start. And what we're going to do is Tracy's going to plant up the plants at 2 metres, like we said, apart, and then the in-between spaces through the spring we're going to use to grow some vegetables in there, some low-level vegetables, just to use up the spaces until the plants get off. But then it gives a nice, when they're in established and big, a nice space around them to you know, the fruits to grow all around the bush, rather than bunching all the bushes up and then they only grow on one side, the fruits and that. We want it to grow all around and get the abundance of fruit from each bush. So that's the reason we're going at 2 metres apart. And we was advised by Catherine at the, what was that place called? Pépinière Le Comte. Near Letilio, in France, so Normandy. Anyway, so we're going to do it that system. So Tracy's going to carry on putting the cardboard down. Then I'm going to start getting the compost and loading it up, and
I'll start raking, laying it flush.
Tracy will rake it all out and flush, and then we're off to another bed done, and that's happy days.
I think this is just winter planting, so think
Yeah.
what it's going to be like in the spring and the summer.
If they didn't hear you, just in case they didn't hear you.
Yeah.
So Tracy was saying if this is just our winter planting, so in the spring and the summer you're going to see some really heavy duty planting going on. Lots of work up here for us, for our homestead and our self-sufficient lifestyle, and you'll see that coming in this as the years go by now, and as things might expand, even we might even get bigger growing area. We've got abundance of land here to grow on, which is beautiful, and yeah, we'll see for the future. Yeah, okay. So folks, we've got the compost down, me and Trace. She's just raking it out now, finishing that last bit, just getting a nice bit of level, with a slight mound in the middle we'll put, but it's covered all the cardboard and it's looking lovely, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Hey, the black gold. Okay, whoops, banged into the post, but
This is just a great way of planting, I think. Keeps everything in uniform, doesn't it?
yeah, it's nice to keep that uniformity.
Yeah, I like that.
Sorry if you don't hear us the mics properly, because we're now using the iPhone at the moment, but yeah, you're right, Trace, it keeps the uniformities, and you're not walking here, there and everywhere. You're walking in straight lines to maintain your beds and, you know, get the food and that. So we're going to finish this off, this bit here, and then Tracy's going to start planting the fruit bushes for us, which she's excited to do.
Yeah,
And
wait.
I'll dig the holes, she puts them in, and she'll tell you all about it.
Okay, we're getting ready now to plant our fruit bushes, and I will say one thing to you. This is for a little trick for all the ladies out there. 2 things that you need, which is very important, is a willing man with a spade. Now let me show you what I do. Okay, I get Budo to dig some of the compost down, and obviously the bit that's underneath. Then we place the pot with the tree into the hole. Then we make sure that it's at the right depth. Then I backfill the compost back round the pot, and then I just take the tree out, remove the pot, and then it's actually got the shape of the pot. Place the tree back in, or I should say the bush back in, and then just put the compost around.
Look.
Yep.
There you go, we'll show you. So this is how Tracy does it. We dig the hole, she puts the pot in the right depth, so the soil level is the same. Takes it out, she's got the hole, look.
Fantastic.
Bam.
So much easier.
Tease the roots a little bit, put it in, we'll water it in, give it a little bit of compression in there to hold it, get it settled. And then
firm the compost down.
Firm it down, nice and easy.
Perfect.
Simples. Let me show you. Come on over here.
Yep, let me just walk down. So we've got a red currant, a black currant,
And a white currant.
and a white currant.
There.
And we have 2 gooseberry, white gooseberry, but I actually know them as green.
They're green really, aren't they? But we class them as white.
Yes, and also a red gooseberry, which is not so taut, is it?
As the sweeter,
yeah, which is nicer.
Which we like. So we are up then at the no dig, not the no grow, the no dig, right? But we do have to dig sometimes little bits just to get plants that are coming back year after year. We need to establish them. So all we do is just move the compost over, and you'll see there's the cardboard under there. Okay, there's some cardboard what we put down. I'll just chomp it off because we have to go down a little bit further to get these pots because they're long pots. Take that one clod out, put the clod in the barrel. If you come back over here, Trey, the hole is quite close to how deep we want it, but we'll make sure there's a little bit of compost on the bottom there. We'll just reach over and grab that. We'll put this down and try and check if it's level for the top of this. That's got to come off. Okay, but it's got to go down a tad more. Just take a bit of that compost back out again, and we don't want that in there. Check again. That's pretty much it now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm about to put the compost back.
I just find this so much easier, isn't it, to plant?
It's such an easy
bushes.
system, and you know, the pots don't stay there. We'll set them in, take the pots out, and that's a good idea, Tracy. We keep that system. Yeah.
Brilliant. So we'll just carry on
We'll
and
carry
get all
on and we'll
these
show you
done.
them finished, and then that'll be
our fruit bushes.
Fruit bushes.
I actually called them fruit trees because I actually keep thinking about trees, because trees.
That's the fruit trees all over there in our orchard. If they can see it, but
Not
anyway.
sure they can. Okay. Thanks, Budo.
Okay, folks. So Tracy's going to show you how she does her potting up. We explained about putting the pot in first.
Yes, but what you want to do is you don't want to just put your pot in anyway. You want the actual pot, so the actual plant looks like a fork, so it's actually facing the sun.
Yeah.
So obviously the sun will get all around the actual
through the
bush
plant,
itself,
the centre,
through
like,
the plant and everything. So if I show you here,
This is a good
prime example, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fork shape.
Yep. So that's facing that way, which is south.
Yep.
And that's getting the plant sun maximum coverage of that plant.
It's not just about dig a hole, put everything in, is it?
No.
Really? Right, I'm on the last one now. I must say I'm actually feeling really chuffed with what we've achieved today.
Yep, we had a good day so far.
So, very important, just tease the roots, because remember they do get a little bit pot bound, so you want them to feel
Yeah, they're releasing into that hole, right?
Yeah, putting their roots into the hole.
And we put compost in the bottom of the holes as well.
Yeah, okay.
Lovely. Then she'll keep the fork outwards.
And then I'm just going to firm the soil around the root ball of the bush.
That's it.
So it's quite firm. And then...
And that's one currant. Which currant is that, Trey?
This one is the black currant.
Black currant, lovely.
Cassius.
Can't wait.
So...
Black currant, red currant, white currant.
Two I called green gooseberries and one red one.
One red root.
It's the red ones I like.
And I'll just give you a quick explanation of what we've done on the width for the... Do you want to say about that? The 1 metre in first?
Was we came in 1 metre from the edge. So this is the first bush.
Yep.
Then the second bush, we done 2 metres.
2 metres and so on and so forth.
So on, and then when we got to the end one, it's 1 metre in from the edge.
Well, we say a metre, it's roughly. It doesn't have to be within a few.
We've just gone to the hoops, haven't we?
So what we're doing is we're using the hoops to gauge the rest of the patterns we grow when we grow in future. So 1 hoop is roughly 1.2, so that's that first plant. 2 hoops is 2.34, whatever. 4. And that's the next plant, and that way you're giving your plant plenty of space to push out and room in between to let the air get round and the fruits to grow all the way around the plant, so they don't just grow on one side.
And you've worked this out, haven't you, that we would get 6 fruit bushes actually.
Yeah, it worked out
this,
just luckily, really, didn't it? That. So we were lucky on the spacings, but we're in between in the spring.
Yeah.
We're going to be planting in between here while these are still small and are getting established. We'll use this space to grow some cabbages or lettuce, whatever. Anyway, that's all to come in the future. So, cracking day today, Trace. Give me a high five. Well done, girl.
We do a lot of high fives.
We do a lot of high fives. Do you know why? Because we complete our tasks.
Yep.
That's the important thing.
Bye bye.